Hello, I'm Lumarin, and welcome to my first ever Minecraft video. Thanks for finding me. I'm glad you're here. Today I am on BunchaSquares Season 5, and I came to this SMP with one goal, to build the BunchaSquares Performing Arts Center. If you can't tell by this gorgeous tavern built by Sammy Slays that I spawned in front of, a lot of people have been on here a lot longer than me. So I'm going to be able to skip over a lot of the regular starting out in a new world stuff. They've got a bunch of just general donations that people have made for new players to pick up. Sorry. This is so cute. Oh, it's a little clock. Oh, okay. So yeah, they've got some... Oh, these are crazy. Oh, that doesn't open. I'm going to be honest with you. I was expecting, like, stone tools that somebody else has had in the past. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I don't want to be too greedy. I'm going to come back here later. Yeah, I don't want to be too greedy because I know that my friend Gnomie has sent me a bit of a welcome gift in my mailbox. So I'm going to make my way over to Spawn Town and show you some of that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's the gorgeous custom forest. So Gnomie is a real-life friend of mine who is an active member of BunchaSquares Season 5, and is actually the whole reason I got added. So you'll be hearing that name a fair amount in this episode, and probably all of them. But soon, hopefully, I'll get to know a lot more people, and you'll start hearing some of their names as well. So this is a little amphitheater built by Skyfair. It is the first of many theaters that will be appearing on this server. But more on that later. I really hope somebody sleeps. What if I sleep? I like how I'm just slowly chaining beds in case I die. It'd be really lame if I died on the first day. I died about 5 minutes later. You see, on my way to Spawn Town, I stopped to check out a little cave by the wayside. But the entrance was a lot deeper than it looked like. By the time I processed that, I had already jumped down the hole. It was at this point I realized I had no blocks or tools or anything in my inventory to get back up. However, while I was working on a way out, a nearby skeleton solved that problem for me. Anyway, back on the road. And here is, I think, Spawn Town in the distance. I wasn't kidding when I said that these are great builders. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to step up my game. Oh, it's so cute. Just wait till you see all of it. This is just the outskirts. In town, I ran into Salty, Taliesin, Dice, and Gnomie. I also discovered that my audio settings are messed up, so unfortunately the audio of everyone in these next clips is really echoey and not very usable. Don't worry, by the time of this video, they've all been fixed. When he learned that I'd be getting a welcome package, Salty stepped in to make sure I'd still have some early milestone items to put in his museum.
Is Luma never going to make a first pickaxe because of this?
I can...
It's not like you're gonna get a first pickaxe from me either, so...
Okay.
Because... Luma, would you like to come over to the forest and make your first pickaxe?
I'd love to.
Follow me!
Making a museum.
I see. We must...
Collection.
I see. We must make sure...
Everybody's first pickaxes.
We're making history right here.
Museum for it.
Too bad, I already
A
wrote.
wooden pickaxe and a chest if you want that.
You're just lucky that I didn't pick up one of the iron ones from the tavern.
I'm bad at saving that sort of stuff, though. That's why I offered
See,
it now.
no, but this is the reason why I'm saying save it, because I'm going to go through at some point in the server, as a historian, and try and collect every single one. But I can't do it now, because if I get it now, then it's not history.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, we're waiting for night. What do you think of this beautiful pond?
It's gorgeous.
Ooh, this looks nice.
Honestly,
Yes,
I've
this is
genuinely...
me, like, the hours before the first, wave of, like, new people.
I was going through
Including
some
this
videos,
bridge
I
as
think I
well.
saw you doing this.
Nice.
Including this bridge, and then all of this river, and then that bridge.
Nice. Well, it is gorgeous. I'm
And then
genuinely...
also
all of the
my
building here.
house.
Nice house.
Yes,
Gorgeous house.
it is a very nice house.
This is the way to
Still
travel,
farming?
right? Who cares about
Yes,
roads?
from
We're
my
just gonna
house.
swim down the river.
Okay, yes, you can swim down the river, that's fine. Okay, so, Luma, this forest here is kind of... It's something we kind of want to... I think we're getting rid of. It's...
Are you sure? These look custom.
No,
No,
these
that's
aren't
Arborea.
custom. This is Arborea.
Oh!
Yeah, we
This
got
is-
the Arborea mod. You see this entire freaking pine forest.
Those are custom.
Yeah, I knew those were, so I
That's
assumed
Arborea.
everything was.
That's Arborea. That is Bub planting all of these ones on, like, I think he needed so much gold. He needed so much gold to plant those.
So is it free to cut those down?
No. That is like a specific pine forest for him. But like, these oak
but this
trees
one?
over here,
Oak trees,
like,
I
I'm
think are
pretty
pretty
sure these are like within range of like chopping down easily.
I'm just gonna pick
Oh, why
one
did they
that's like a
plant
little
them all here?
blocky
Just
and a
to
little out
create
of
wood
sight.
or something?
No, it's because there was a forest here, and standard practice, you chop down a forest and you replant. But the problem is, you only get original saplings. You only get original trees if they're planted on a specific block. If they're planted on, like, on grass, you get the Arborea ones.
Oh, so you got to plant on like puzzle?
No, I think you gotta plant them on moss to get them to be the normal ones.
Oh.
Okay.
I know we've got the Arborea mod, like the Arborea mod wiki listed in resources somewhere.
Alright, I'm about to make history right here.
History.
Behold, my first pickaxe.
Yay! Do keep that with you for an indeterminate amount of time.
Sounds good.
I will eventually come for it.
Sounds good, and I promise it'll actually be somewhat used.
Yay! History made.
History.
Yeah, mine definitely broke. I don't know what happened to it.
No, I fully get that. Not everyone is customized to like keeping tools and everything, and I get it.
Yeah. After that, they covered over the hole I died in, so no one else would make the same dumb mistake. The BunchaSquares Department of Transportation, aka Salty, takes our road safety very seriously. Dice had been on for a little bit earlier on in the season, but a lot has changed since she was last on this server, so the others decided to give me and her a server tour. First, we headed out to the spot where I'll be setting up. I think this is real close to my area. I think, now looking at it now, I might have to do a lot more terraforming than everyone, but I think,
There's somebody.
Yeah, this is where you were like.
Yeah, this
where you
is-
were planning, yeah.
this valley right here,
Yeah.
this is it. This is where I'm planning on being.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we got to talking and got stuck around an impromptu campfire for a little while.
Are we gonna keep doing the tour?
Yes. Okay. Let's continue on the tour. Okay, everybody, let's go.
It's been about 3/4 of a year since the start of BunchaSquares Season 5, so this world is pretty established. They've got shops, nether travel, government, unknown horror spreading corruption, and community farms. You know, everything a server needs. We made a stop at Town Hall to check our mail. Alright, which one's
Of course.
mine?
Yeah, let's see. Do we have a space for the new people?
I think
we
Lumie
do-
already has one.
There's like 2 spaces over.
Oh, I
there,
see, I
and
see
then
it.
there's Lumies, yeah.
It's probably
Wait, is there still a box for Swirl? Because we can get rid of that.
No, me, you shouldn't have.
No, he never bothered making a mailbox.
well, there's one that's like an empty.
No, yeah, there's an empty
Sign
sign
right
there, and there's one there.
Yeah, that's true.
I do love fire.
You can be there. You get yourself a block of diamond. It just says reserved. I don't know what reserved for, but okay.
Yeah. Either way, we'll have to go through and like determine who is not anymore, so we can like take.
It's so cute.
mailboxes.
Thank you.
We're going to have a mayor campaign happening, but like.
Everybody starts out with one diamond block in their mailbox. But this shulker is a very thoughtful, personalized gift from Gnomie. All in all, we toured Spawn Town and a couple of the very impressive bases that were just a short nether ride away. A bit of chaos happened when we got to New Landing. If you'd believe it, I fell down a 1x1 hole into a giant hollowed out area that the others think probably used to be some kind of squid farm, and died. Then I died again, trying to get my stuff back. But finally, with some help and some mischief from the others, I got my stuff back and safely escaped. After that, the tour wrapped up because it was getting really late for most of the people involved, and we all logged off for the night. If you want to see more of the builds on this server, check out some of the other BunchaSquares content creators linked in the description. The next day, I logged in to do some mining. While there is a community mine and some caves under my area, there was a large amount of people around spawn in the first few weeks, so I figure all the caves around spawn are probably pretty depleted. So Gnomie made me a mine shaft near a build of theirs that is further out. Let's head over to Witch's Waypoint. So this is not a natural pillager outpost. Gnomie actually built this based on a pillager outpost, which is why there's no pillagers around. It has a little hints of spookiness around, as is typical of our local bog witch. Oh, over here's the mine. This cute little entrance. And let's head on down. So now that I've got a little bit of time, as promised, here's more about the BunchaSquares Performing Arts Center. So, the BunchaSquares Performing Arts Center, also called the BISPAC, is a live theater venue that I am planning to build. It has a lobby, an auditorium, a scene shop, a costume shop, a bunch of spots for costume and set storage, which is where I will be living, working tech lights, offices, and a lot more. But most of all, it has a working proscenium curtain. And that's actually where the whole story of how I got added to BunchaSquares begins. You see, Skyfair, as I showed you earlier, had made an amphitheater and was planning on making a black box theater in Spawn Town. Gnomie, being a fellow theater kid, offered to help out with making the black box, and also maybe put some pageant wagons just around the server as another theater nod. And so I heard this from Gnomie, and I was like, well, on one of my solo worlds, I designed a flying machine proscenium curtain that can open and close. And I showed it to her, and I was like, hey, if you build a bigger theater, if you build a proscenium theater, I could teach you how to make this, or I could go on your account and make this, or you could add me just so that I could make this. And then, as normal for me and Gnomie, things just spiraled from there. We got all these grand ideas about, well, a proscenium curtain doesn't really exist in a black box. That's a smaller space, usually in a different configuration. So it doesn't really have a spot for a big proscenium curtain like I designed. And I sketched out a little concept art for what, in my mind, at this point, I'd called it the Compass Rose Theater, because when I built this on my own world, I had a little cute little floor design. And it's a little nod to the Rose Theater of the Elizabethan time, I believe. But yeah, so we got into this whole idea of, well, what if I build a big theater? And what if once I build a big theater, we can have performances there? Like other people in the server can audition and be in the cast and be a production team, like designing stuff, being tech, working the box office, all these little things. So we're basically playing community theater. And so the dream, the end goal of the BISPAC is to create BSCT, Bunch of Squares Community Theater. And that all depends on how game everybody is for that. And I know that's maybe not everybody's thing. I don't know how many theater kids we have on here, but at the very least, I really am attached to the build now, and I wanted to build it. And so they were looking for new members, new people to join. And Gnomie was like, I have a friend who has some plans already and is really interested in joining. So I came here with this goal of building this theater that I designed. I haven't done a lot of like mega builds, not that it's truly a mega build, but like larger survival builds in the past. So that should be an interesting challenge for me. And I'm already getting distracted with other projects that I've thought of since then. My goal is to have it done. I don't know if I should say this out loud, but my goal is to have it done early on next spring. And then maybe, since we still have about a year left from what I've heard of this season, that would give us time to put something on if we wanted to produce a show. And I think that would be very fun. So yeah, that is the story of the BunchaSquares Performing Arts Center and how I got added to BunchaSquares Season 5. Gnomie?